So the next thing we need to do is get something going in the skillet. What's that?
We're gonna do dessert, and that's gonna take about 40 minutes, so we need to get it going.
We need to get it going, because
right.
you know what? It's getting darker.
That's
earlier.
right. That's
All
right.
right, let's roll. What do you do here?
Well, actually, I've been seeing pictures of all these desserts where they do everything and twirl it and do all this stuff. So I'm like, I want to do something like that. But you kind of helped me design. This is kind of like a cinnamon roll, but with apples in it. And you gave me a couple ingredients to throw in there. So we're going to actually make a kind of pretty dessert.
And you're kind of seeing these outfall. Everybody's got
Yes.
a kind of recipe kind of like
Just
this.
make it look like a huge cinnamon roll in a pot.
So we tried it to see if it was any good.
You liked it,
And
didn't you?
was.
Yeah, you
It was
liked
really
it.
good. So let's get started.
Let's start.
Mrs.
So
Farmer.
first thing we're going to do, I have just 3 apples.
All right.
And I got my handy dandy little apple. You can't live without this.
Horror.
We're going to do 3 of them. We're going to peel them. And I'm going to slice them even thinner, actually.
All right, what's next?
All right, so we got our apple pieces. I'm gonna actually make these a little bit thinner, cut them in like halves so we can.
So they cook quicker?
Yeah, they'll cook up a little quicker. Some of them I
This
might.
is simple but delicious, and I mean it's not anything extraordinary, but it works well in the outdoors. Works good in a 10-inch pan, and it's just basically your cinnamon and your fall, all your fall stuff.
And it's
just
apple
absolute-
time. It's time for
A
apples.
little bit
So
of ginger from our soft drink over here,
it's time to do stuff with apples.
and rutabagas.
That's right.
How do you spell rutabaga?
Ruta, so R-U-D-A,
T.
and then B-E-G-G-A. Your rutabaga, like your rutabaga.
Rutabaga, B-A-G-A.
I'm joking.
Rutabaga.
I always was first
Spell
down.
rutabaga 10 times as fast as you can.
Nope.
Rutabaga.
I was always first down in the spelling bee. Don't ask me.
First down in spelling bee?
Yes,
I was
never-
the 8th grade spelling bee
Were
champion.
you? Yeah.
Yes.
My brother and I
won
can-
$10.
Did you see? We can't spell, and our parents are English teachers. Neither of us can spell.
so proud.
We did it on purpose because they drove us crazy. So we got all these.
Smells good.
Yeah, I have 3 apples here, so and we're making just a smaller pot just for me and you.
Look at my charcoal. It's looking good
That's
over
good.
there.
All right, now what we're going to do is cook down these apples. So I'm going to throw in 4 tablespoons of butter, a 1/4 cup of sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, a 1/2 teaspoon of allspice, and then a 1/4 cup of our pecans and a 1/4 cup of raisins, and then top it off with probably about a 1/4 cup of L8. And now we're going to let that kind of cook down for about 10 minutes until the apples get kind of soft. It's not mushy, just kind of soft.
All right, now, just a simple dough. Is it a sweet dough?
It kind of is sweet, and it's got buttermilk in it, and I'm using lard. So
Our
it's
lard.
Yes, our lard.
So you've kind of let the lard get room temperature?
I did let it get room temperature.
Now, apples are cooking down. So kind of tell us how this dough is made. Quick and easy on the dough.
There's 4 ingredients. It's so
Okay.
easy. So I have 1 1/4 cups of flour and 1 tablespoon of sugar in my dry ingredients, already mixed. And I've taken 2 tablespoons of the lard we made, and I've let it kind of set and get a little bit, see how it's a little gooey? Because I'm going to add 1/2 cup of buttermilk to that. I'm just going to pour it in and stir it until it looks like I need to get my hands in there. I'm just going to knead it by hand a little bit here. And the dough actually tastes pretty good. I know you don't like to taste dough, but it's kind of good. See what we got here? We don't want to mix it up too much either. Just kind of, because now we want to, I know it's kind of messy with the flour. And we're going to start with about 1/2 of this. All right, see we have this little mixture here. And what this is cinnamon, sugar. I have a little powdered sugar and a little brown sugar in it. So instead of flour, when you roll out your dough, you got to make it sweet, right?
This is going to absorb it.
Yeah, it's going to help us. Because we're just going to roll this out enough just to make some strips.
I see where you're going.
Yeah, so see, this is my flour. You like my flour?
I'd eat that all day long.
The dough's pretty good. So we're kind of making like a cinnamon roll.
Do you know this weather right here makes me think about deer hunting? When's the last time we ate all our venison up? When's the last time we had a venison recipe on?
We need to do that. That sounds
Cheapest
good.
meat in Kentucky.
Yes. I'm just going to cut the edge off. Now what we're going to do is just cut little strips here. And they can be any size you want, but I'll make mine all about the same. And now what I'm going to do is layer these in the pan, kind of in a circle. And then we're going to drop some of the apples and the pecans and stuff in there. And then we're going to do another layer. So we're going to kind of make it look like a cinnamon roll. We're going to twirl it up just so it looks pretty. All right, now we're going to take what we had left over that we cooked the apples in and just pour that over the top. So we got a little bit more pecans and butter. And that's some of our sugar mixture that I was putting on the dough. It's the powdered sugar. There's a little bit of brown sugar, regular sugar, and cinnamon in that. I want to squeeze a little bit of lemon on that too. Remember, always, you gotta always have some lemon juice on there. That's what makes it good. That's Grandma's secret.
I like Grandma.
Grandma's secret. And I think it's ready.
What temperature?
350, and let's go 30 minutes and see how it looks.
All right, what's 350 in a 10-inch pan?
14 and 7.
Real quick. Let's make your little icing. What's
Sounds
in your
good.
icing?
My icing, all I did was take powdered sugar, a little bit of vanilla, and I'm adding whipping cream to it instead of water.
How much vanilla? Just a
Probably,
tad?
yeah, about just like a tablespoon or whatever. I'm just gonna add this. Want some of that on there?
Perfect, perfect. Oh, look at that.
All right, there's your cinnamon roll with apples.
Before it rains, let's take
Take a
bite.
taste.
Oh,
That's good.
that's not our best presentation ever.
I know, but it was delicious.